Hey yo, it's your boy J Tom Reactions. I'm here with another reaction. Today, I got fantastic hip hop. Why Drake just got more desperate to save his career. Why did he get desperate to save his career? Who ended it? Just playing. Hey, y'all already know what to do if y'all want to join the Yatu Sabes community. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, like this video. All right. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this shit while fantastic hip hop does what he does. All right. Now, without further ado, fantastic hip hop. You know what to do, man. Let's go.
Now, with Drake's new album and the all-time low numbers it is pulling, one thing that is very clear is that beyond everything else you can say about why this project failed, is that a main reason why this album did a horrible job at bringing in anywhere near the amount of listeners that Drake has had in the past is because no other artist wanted to be on this thing and do what they have done for the last few Drake albums, which is ultimately make up for the boring performances he is bringing to the table by adding something interesting and new. And overall, as Drake is now grappling with the fact that his and OVO's name alone will only flop in the current music industry without any features and support, Drake has now realized that compared to where he used to be, the power of everything he holds is pretty much worth next to nothing. And currently, as Drake is still planning on doing more this year as he is going to try and avoid ever admitting he has fallen off, and because of this he is supposedly working on another project, when it comes to how Drake is going to try to make this album do better than the embarrassment we have seen with SSS for You, it's seemingly going to come down to the artist that Drake wants to put by his side, as he is going to try yet another time to save his career that has already been over. And at the very top of the list of artists that Drake wants to team up with is currently none other than J. Cole. And now as J. Cole is getting ready to go on another run leading up to his album,
He would get with the person that just came with fire bars. He would go with that dude.
Fall Off, and Drake is still working on new music as well. Currently, Drake is trying to lock back in with Cole and get him to save his career. But now, before we go any further into all of this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And even though this video is talking about a moment that may actually help Drake, his fans are still going to be mad because they don't want to believe that even he knows he is washed right now, and that he is only going to ever get a win with another artist's support. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is more needed.
See, I don't see the problem isn't that he's washed. The problem is that he's cooked. If you think about it. All right? Come here with me. Come on. Have a seat. Have a seat in my office. All right? We're going to talk about this shit. Have a seat. Let's talk. Drake isn't washed. Drake hasn't evolved. That's what it is. It's not that he's washed. He's doing the same shit that got him famous. It's not that he's washed. The dude has been doing the same shit for over 10 years. This is what Kendrick was alluding to. And now that Kendrick pointed out and dissected Drake, it's not that Drake is washed. Drake is doing the same shit over and over and over again. To be honest with you, a lot of people that have grown up, a lot of people that, they get past a certain point in their life, stop listening to Drake. Because most of his music is aimed at the youth. So you got to think, all these people that are leaving because now they heard music with substance, they're like, holy shit, Kendrick's been doing this like this? Let me go listen to his catalog now. And they become Kendrick fans. And the people that are Drake fans are people that have been riding with him for I don't know how long, since he started, or new fans. The youth, the ones that think he's cool. Drop it in the comment section. Tell me if you think this guy is cool. at your age. I know my demographic is like 33 and up, 25 and up, actually. My demographic is 25 and up. So get into my comment section, all right, and tell me if I'm right about this. Tell me if I'm right about it. Or tell me if you think everything I'm saying is cap. Let's continue.
Than ever. And so now with Drake
You guys
and
can
J.
get up
Cole,
now.
currently when it comes to Cole, he has come back out for the first time this year with his new song Clouds, which really is showing that once and for all, that no matter how we feel about how he backed out of rap's greatest beef and how this ended any debate that was ever between him and Kendrick Lamar. Unlike Drake, who just lost everything after he crumbled against Kendrick, Cole has managed to save his own career by just getting back to what both his audience wants and what
And you know what? You know what? J. Cole might even help Drake out. Because J. Cole even said that he's willing to bury the hatchet with not only just Drake, but with Kendrick. He played in the middle after he threw his shots. He bowed out of the beef because he didn't want to lose his friends. J. Cole is bound to go and actually help out Drake. It could help him out. It could help Drake out. Yeah. But it could also hinder J. Cole. Do you think that he will do that? Also put that in the comment section. Do you think that he would make that type of business decision to help Drake out? I don't know if he would. Put it in the comment section. Also, like the video and subscribe to my channel. Let's go.
hip-hop fans will always appreciate, which is some elite level rapping, because with this new song from Cole, Clouds, with the verses he delivers here, and especially with the second, he started off this new chapter in his career by delivering an early verse of the year contender, and now seemingly because Cole is starting to get some sort of wins and respect back, and again, Drake is of course losing more and more at the same time. Right now, when it comes to the current state of where Drake is at, we do know he is still working on more music, and while he is in hiding and on the other side of the world from the rest of the rap game and Kendrick Lamar, he is sitting back, and in between pathetic publicity stunts, he is trying to think of ways to get back into the center of hip-hop. He is sitting back, and in between pathetic publicity stunts, he is sitting back, and in between pathetic publicity.
What y'all think of this stunt? Do you think that this drone is somebody actually going in there and, trying to see what he's doing? Like an actual person trying to see what he's doing? Or do you think this was Drake himself trying to pull a stunt? You tell me, man. Man, Fantastic Hip Hop's always cooking, man. This is why I like covering this channel.
These stunts, he is trying to think of ways to get back into the center of hip-hop culture and try to save both his career on the charts and whatever is left of his legacy. And now, just as Drake has done for so long, he knows his only way to stay relevant and keep climbing up, especially in this time where he has no momentum by himself, is by linking up with another artist and having them supplement for every single thing he is missing. And right now, as J. Cole is about to go on the run that will lead up to an album that has been nearly a decade in the making with The Fall Off, and no matter how you feel about Cole, you can't deny that this is one of the most anticipated albums in all of music right now. Because of all this, Cole is gaining all the momentum he needs to cement himself in rap this year, as not the best because Kendrick Lamar ended that debate forever, but still is one of the defining MCs of our time. And now as Drake realizes this, and also the one thing that makes Cole way different from both him and Kendrick Lamar in the first place, is that J. Cole does not hold beefs or grudges or even want to engage in a back and forth, especially with someone who he has considered a friend. And as Cole literally made a song about this last year and pretty much invited Drake back to him with his song Port Antonio, Antonio, Drake does see to him what is a weakness on Cole's end that he may be able to try and use, all in order to even be able to stand within a certain place in hip-hop right now that no other MC would ever allow a guy who brought paperwork into a rap beef to get near. And this is all just because Cole always wants to be the nice guy, and he never wants to take any real stance against another one of these artists. And so with Drake realizing that Cole may be the guy who may be able to save him once and for all, and despite how Drake may have felt when Cole backed out of the beef in the first place, if we remember, Drake did like the post when Cole released Port Antonio, which did show how he received this message, and as Drake speaks more directly through post than in his actual music at this point, I do think him doing something like this tells us everything we need to know. And on the other end of this, on J. Cole's side, is he just put both this new song Clouds and Port Antonio into his official musical canon by putting them on streaming services. We are seeing that despite whatever confusion came around when Cole released that song, he is sticking by every single thing he said in that record, and that he still wants to be on good terms with Drake. So overall, just recognizing the moment we are in and seeing where both sides stand. And most importantly, recognizing that Drake's career is in shambles.
J. Cole is playing the neutral. He's playing, I think it's Sweden. He's playing Sweden. Is it Sweden? I don't know. I don't know how that term is. Hey, tell me if I'm wrong in the who's that what's that country that is always neutral? He's bound to do another song with Kendrick Lamar. He's bound to do another song with Drake. He's smart. He's smart. And like I said, he is... Oh my God. A lot of people are not seeing this in a business perspective. Would you rather your shit get out? Would you rather the shit in your closet get out in front of everybody? In front of millions and billions of people? Or would you rather be looked at weird, be looked at sideways for getting out of a beef? He made a smart business decision. I'm not really one of those J. Cole stans. I like his music, but I'm not a J. Cole stan. I'm looking at this as a business decision. That's a smart business decision. Not a smart hip-hop decision. But it was a smart business decision. Anyways, continue.
And he has realized from the lackluster performance of his collab album with Party Next Door that he is going to need to work with every single artist who is still down with him in order to just be able to get a fraction of the hype and attention that he used to. When you look down the list of every single person that Drake could possibly feature on a new record, or that he can just work with in any capacity, whether that's on a feature himself or an appearance during a tour, both in terms of the performance they can deliver and the moment it would create to give him attention that he otherwise never could get right now. J. Cole is going to be the guy who has a chance to help him more than anybody else can, and especially when you consider how this beef all started, which of course that was because they made a song together. Drake and Cole still standing next to each other will at least unite and strengthen their own fan bases, which no matter how much of hip-hop has changed since Kendrick Lamar has just redefined what this genre even looks like in the first place, I mean, their fan bases are still big and they are looking for wins, so it's still something that is going to be worthwhile, although of course it will never give them that top spot back. And really, knowing that J. Cole is just going to continue to be the nicest guy possible in the rap game. And
you know what? Like I said in the last video where I was talking about it, just like the whole Party Next Door and Drake album, you had fans who were Drake fans and you had fans that were Party Next Door fans. In theory, that should bring a large audience. You had people curious about the Party Next Door album that never was released. Then you had Drake in there, And in theory, it's supposed to be an explosive album. In theory. Let's look at this. You add J. Cole into the mix. You add Drake in the mix. In theory, it should be an explosive song or an explosive couple tracks, however you want to look at it. In theory. But is it going to play out the way that people are saying? That's the thing. That's what we need to look at. I don't think that it would play out that way. In true honesty, I don't think it'll play out that way. That's just my opinion. Take it how it is.
That he has really told Drake, more than Kendrick Lamar even, that he will never turn on him and that he wants them to be on the best of terms they possibly can. Just as we saw with the way J. Cole ended last year, which was with his Inevitable series and his 10-year anniversary show for Forest Hills Drive, which both of those moments he had planned for quite some time before this beef even started. And by telling the story of his career and performing his most iconic album, ultimately he was trying to highlight what got him to the point he has made it to now before the end of his career actually comes. Overall, what we can see already is that J. Cole's plans have not changed in reaction to all of the drama that he created when he backed out of the beef, and I mean, compared to Drake, who has done every single thing he has in reaction to his losses and how people changed their view on him and his career and the place he had in hip-hop really after he lost to Kendrick. In contrast, Cole sticking in his ground and current plans has put him in a place where while he dropped down a few spots in the rap power rankings because last year not just did Kendrick but multiple other rappers have way better years than he did, he's still in a perfect position to have success and perform up to his usual standards, which is of course something that Drake does not have, as his album saw a near 50% decrease in performance from his last in every single category possible. But now with Cole sticking to his plans and keeping his current vision intact, what we also know is that when it comes to Drake and Cole's relationship, unless Drake has told Cole otherwise and won't let him put his feature out, Drake did record a verse for The Fall Off already, and he is supposed to be featured on that album, as this was a conversation that the two had on stage when they were both touring. And of course, as this duo was doing so many shows together and they made two songs that we already heard, it is clear that Drake and Cole were working closely before this beef, which of course started everything, and considering how Cole is just getting back to his plans and Drake is desperate for a win, and also this is very important, but Drake also knows that he could never compete with Cole at this point because he has lost so much, and the only way he can even benefit from him is by linking back up with him, and overall understanding the past these two have had and where they can go forward. While it's clear that Drake is not going to be returning to where Cole seemingly is around and where the rest of the big names in rap have been, because he's really going to stay as far away from Kendrick Lamar and everything going on around him as possible, we are going to find out that in some shape or form, Drake and Cole have been in contact, and eventually we are going to see that these two release more music together, all because no matter what happened when they were beefing with Kendrick Lamar and how the two respectively fared in that. Between J. Cole's momentum and mentality, which has led him to not wanting to beef with people who he has ever considered his friend, to Drake's desperate mentality, which is now making him start to recruit features who can try to benefit his future work and ultimately become a stronger name in the hip-hop playing field again. Overall, everything is leading to the point where Drake and Cole are going to team back up very soon, and when this happens, it's going to be very interesting to see just how much momentum J. Cole has, and if that can actually make a difference when it comes to Drake getting any sort of positive attention at this point. And I mean, when this all goes down, and again, we are seeing Drake do anything to come back, and Cole is trying to...
To be honest with you, if J. Cole comes out with another song that was as much of a banger as Clouds, J. Cole has a lot of fucking momentum. J. Cole would have a lot of fucking momentum because that's what people are looking for. And then you have Drake come in the mix. Drake is going to want some of that shit. He's going to want some of that energy. Because, to be fair, I'm going to be fair. I don't even know what I'm going to say because you can't be fair. You can't be fair, not after all the bullshit that has happened. Honestly, my thoughts on Drake is that he's like a vampire. Pause for what I'm about to say. He likes to suck the energy out of people. So if he likes to suck the momentum out of artists. Again, pause for what I just said. It's true though. Tell me if I'm lying. I'm not just being a hater. I know I'm a hater, but I'm not being a hater. I'm speaking facts. Anyways, let's continue. The video's almost done. Like Fantastic Hip Hop. Also subscribe to Fantastic Hip Hop. Let's go.
Exit out of the rap game without getting into any more beef. It's going to be very interesting to see if anything comes from this team up and how Kendrick Lamar may handle it. But at this point, as that beef is over and Kendrick Lamar has proved every single thing that he ever needed to and more, as ultimately, when we put this thing into perspective, he made their words his reality, as he was the one who became bigger than the Super Bowl at the end of it all. At this point, Drake and Cole coming together after everything that has happened, especially for Drake, is going to highlight that his loss has taken him so far that it is literally making him now repeat the different ways he has failed and ruined everything. And really, no matter how great J. Cole may be and how much of a comeback he makes, with everything Drake is doing and how much he is failing, I don't think chasing Cole like this is going to really help him at all. And so now with all of this said, let me know. What do you think of the possibility of Drake and J. Cole coming back together, and what do you think is going to come of this as we move forward? Now, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and as I've been saying, the Drake fans don't like what I have to say, so please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and it has never been more important. And now, if you have made it to this point in the video and want to hear about how just as this is happening, Drake also went crazy about his album flop and Kendrick Lamar while on tour one more time,
go ahead and like Fantastic Hip Hop's page. Also subscribe to it. But do me a favor too. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Go ahead, subscribe to my page. Do what y'all do. Be part of the Ya Tu Sabes community. We do this type of shit. We talk about it. All right. Also, if you want to follow my page on Instagram and X, JTom Reactions, at JTom Reactions. Those are my handles. And if you want to send me a donation, JTom Reactions is also my Cash App handle as well. But go ahead, do what y'all do. Enjoy the rest of your day. This is the last video I post. And go ahead and enjoy that last video that comes on the screen. Ya Tu Sabes. You already know. Ya Tu Sabes community. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday. It's Sunday. Fuck, I've been working too much. Enjoy your Sunday. All right? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Watch the video on the screen. Ya Tu Sabes. Let's get out.